So hello everyone, welcome to EduTap. So in today's success story session, we have with us Mr. Barun. He has cleared SEBI Grade A in his first attempt as a working aspirant. So let us understand from him only that what was his strategy? How was he able to clear the SEBI Grade A in his first attempt as well as while working also? So first of all, congratulations, Mr. Barun.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
So let's understand about your educational background and how you landed upon SEBI from you only. So please.
Okay, so I've done my schooling from Kendriya Vidyalaya in 2014, and I've done my graduation from Delhi University in 2017. I'm also a chartered accountant by profession, so I cleared my CA in 2019, and since then I've been working. So presently, I'm in the PSU under Ministry of Railways. So, and as regards SEBI is concerned, so in my present company, so we are a group of 4 to 5 friends. So we regularly discuss these things that, okay, this PSU exam is coming and we discuss a lot about these opportunities. So I get to know about SEBI more from them only. And then I did a bit of my research and then I found that, yes, it is a very great opportunity for people like us. So I decided to give it this time and luckily I cleared also.
Yes. So for the first time, when did you start the preparation? After the notification or before it only?
After the notification.
So you start and you only got 4 to 5 months, I guess, for the preparation then.
Yeah, but to assume that only 4 to 5 months of preparation I had done is not correct because I have
the background.
Correct. So 4.5 years I've studied all those subjects. So it's a lot more effort that has been put earlier by
before
myself.
also. Yes. So yes, but to brush up, are you able to hear me?
Yes. Now I'm able to hear you.
Yeah, there was some technical issue. Like the connectivity issue is coming. I don't know from yesterday only. So yes, so we were talking about as you have, of course, you have the current affairs. The chartered accountancy background. So you were able to understand, you were able to grab everything very easily, and you cleared that in 4 months. But you prepared after notification for the chartered accountants that are out there. They even that is manageable for the chartered accountants or from the commerce background, we can say. Now coming to the non-commerce background, so what do you think that how many months of the preparation is needed for the non-commerce backgrounds?
I think if time allows, then around 6 months to 1 year of preparation should be put in, considering the syllabus and like for non-commerce background students, it's completely new. All the topics, be it accounts, be it costing, be it companies act, everything is new. And especially in concepts like in topics like accounts and costing, understanding the concept is of utmost importance, according to me. So conceptual clarity is a must. So for building that conceptual clarity, I think 6 months to 1 year preparation is required for someone who is starting afresh.
Yeah. So if you are starting afresh, 6 months or 1 year is a big time, but at least 6 months of the preparation is needed. And for that also you need conceptual clarity, the basics, I guess, for that. Okay, so now the interview will go in phase 1, and then we will discuss about first phase 1, then we will discuss about the phase 2, and then we will discuss about the interview part. So starting with the phase 1 QRE part, how was your QRE?
Okay, so in phase 1, we have 4 subjects. So personally, what I did was I did a self-analysis that what I'm good at. So quants and reasoning are the 2 topics that I'm naturally good at. Till schooling also, I had interest in mathematics, like maths was one of the favorite subjects. And I had regularly been participating in these NTSC examinations, Maths Olympiad and all. So quants and reasoning, I had a natural interest. And so I just need to brush up things. So I focus more on quants reasoning after brushing up because in paper 1 of phase 1, there is a 30% minimum cutoff. So you should bear in mind that there will be no benefit to be a topper in paper 1 of phase 1. If 30% is the requirement, then you need to score that 30% to just get into phase 2. So not a lot of effort will help there. So quants reasoning, I was very much sure that I will be able to go clear the 30% cutoff through quants and reasoning only. And English is also okay. GA was my weak part. So overall, my strategy worked. I focus more on quants reasoning, then on English, and then on GA.
So you didn't prepare. 30%. You didn't prepare GA at all.
Little bit I did, but it didn't help me. The questions that or the things that I read, I couldn't find any questions out of that.
So
but
yeah,
then again,
you have to play.
Yeah.
You have to play on your strengths for the paper
Correct.
one at least, because you just have to clear the cutoff that is given
Yes.
beforehand only. So now,
Yes.
like before going to the paper two and all, let's ask you about the working aspirant part. Like you were working at that time and you were preparing. So how are you managing the two things? Even if did you manage the work as well as work life as well as your preparation?
Okay, so for working experience, like it is but obvious that we have to juggle things. And since I'm working in a, I said PSU, so and my home was a bit far away from the place of my work, so I had to commute also. So I utilize my commuting time, like when I'm traveling in metro. So whatever I've read in the previous night, so I can revise in metro while I'm commuting. And after reaching home, also then you have to put in 3 to 4 hours of study as the time may allow. So you have to put in a bit of hard work there if you are
So
working aspirant.
yeah. So per day, how many hours of study you did?
Actually, I have never, I didn't have this habit of counting the hours, so I never did. And to be uh, honest, I think 3 or 4 hours, I will say, because 2 hours commuting one side, then 2 hours commuting another side, then 8 to 8 half hour of working timing, where we have to follow the punch system in our organization. So the actual time that I get at my home to actually study was very less.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you have to manage something.
And talking about the weekends, did you utilize the whole
Yeah,
weekends?
weekends. Correct. Weekends are a thing that you have because Monday to Friday is office. So weekends you have to utilize very efficiently. Like you have to wake up early and then you have to study in breaks, like 2 or 3 hours slot as may suit you. And
Okay.
because you can stretch on weekends. And that is one thing that you
Yeah.
should do.
So for the working experience, like Mr. Barun has handled it very nicely, as he told that there were like 4 hours of the journey that he used to do to go to the office, and the punching system is there that you have to give your time when you are coming, when you are going. So of course, like you have to manage between things. That is for the working aspirants, but it is not like it is impossible or something. So now coming to the paper two of the phase one, how was the level first of all of the whole paper?
Phase one, paper two was not that very much difficult. It was manageable.
Okay. And if we talk about the hardest part of the phase one paper two, what was the hardest part that you felt? Hardest subject?
Hardest subject. So for me personally, I felt it was Companies Act because again, due to paucity of time, in phase two also, I did not have time to brush up all the subjects.
Hmm.
Again, phase two, there was a 40% cutoff. So in my mind, it was there that okay, I have to clear, like I have to score 40% only. For phase two, I will prepare them separately, all these subjects. So certain topics I skipped. So Companies Act was my weakest area for paper
Okay.
one, phase two, like paper two of phase one.
Okay.
So that was difficult for me for the very simple reason that I had not very much prepared.
Okay. So coming to the management first, now talking about the single subject strategy. So how did you find management in the exam?
Phase one.
Yeah, phase one.
So again, phase one management, I had not very much brushed up, so it was difficult for me.
Okay. And you left the topics for the phase two for for the preparation of the phase two, or you were studying it during the phase one preparation also?
No. In phase two, I did not leave any topic. In phase one, because I had less time, and there
Hmm.
was a minimum cutoff, 40%.
Yeah. Means in the phase one, which subjects did you study? Focused.
Accounts, I studied. Costing, I studied. Finance, I studied, and bit of economics, I studied.
Okay. And you were able, like, of course, you were able to clear the cutoff with that much only.
Yeah, 40% is basically less
Mm.
than even 50%. So
Yeah. True. So for the aspirants, how what do you suggest that for the phase one they
okay.
have to they should focus on 4 or 5 subjects, and for the phase two they should do all?
Okay, so basically, you have to judge that if like the first preference is you should not bifurcate the preparation for technical subjects in phase one and phase two. I did it for my own reasons, but you should prepare on a consolidated level. Basically, a comprehensive approach should be followed. That okay, these are the subjects, and I have to prepare these, no matter phase one, no matter phase two, because the technical subjects, the level of MCQs, it will be a bit difficult in phase two, but more or less the concepts and everything will remain same. The
Yeah.
first try should be to do a comprehensive preparation, not to segregate it like I did. I had my own reasons, so I managed it. And in phase two, I didn't leave any topic. I studied them thoroughly.
Okay. So talking now, talking about the integrated, like for the phase 2, especially, what was the level of the phase 2 paper 2?
Phase 2, I will say, was not easy. It was moderate.
Okay. And which subject did you find the hardest in the paper 2 of the phase 2?
Economics.
Economic. Okay. Yeah, the level was quite different from what we have assumed would come. So, like in economics, what kind of questions did you find?
Like, I think there was something related to plan expenditure. Like there were 2-3 questions which I had never, heard of or read about anything. So it was very difficult to even make a guess. So
Yeah.
that was, surprising that even after, studying or going through all these topics on the event, there were still some terms which I was not even aware about. Like, okay, what is this?
Okay.
So,
And did you get into any panic during the exam, or you were very calm that, okay, it's okay?
no, I was very calm because, like, I had uh, uh, I had done my preparation, so I knew that okay, conceptual clarity I have, and I have the background that the CA course has provided me. And after going through the paper overall, it was not very that much difficult. Okay, there were few subjects, few questions that will everybody will face the same thing that okay, uh, I have not read it anywhere. So it was also अपनी like सोच के रखा था कि हाँ कुछ क्वेश्चंस तो ऐसे होंगे जिसके बारे में लगेगा कि नहीं पढ़ा हुआ नहीं आता सो वहाँ पे जाके like there is no need to get started or
Okay. So yeah, panic is the enemy, nemesis of yours in the examination, competitive examination, especially you just waste your time in such kind of questions. So that is true. So now coming to the management, like what I have heard is it was quite tricky this time, quite very tricky, though
management.
management.
I also felt a bit about the same. मतलब options were like you like I was getting confused between options. Like okay, I have read the question, then it was like B भी हो सकता है, C भी हो सकता है. So whenever और बहुत कम margin से लग रहा था कि कौन सा select करें. So that makes the question difficult. Because actually questions तो simple होते हैं. Options I always
Yeah,
believe कि questions ठीक होते हैं. It is what the options that makes the question difficult. अगर
true.
आपके ऑप्शंस ऐसे हैं कि आप बाइफोकेट कर पा रहे हो, then it is a easy question. But अगर आपके ऑप्शंस बहुत ही क्लोज उसमें हैं, तो नेचुरली क्वेश्चंस डिफिकल्ट बन जाते हैं.
True. So how are you able to manage the management part?
मतलब कुछ क्वेश्चंस थे दैट आई न्यू कि ठीक है यही आंसर है सो आई अटेम्प्टेड दोस एंड समवेयर जिसमें मैं थोड़ा सा श्योर नहीं था दो ऑप्शंस के बीच में आई अटेम्प्टेड सम ऑफ दोस सो
Okay.
मिक्स स्ट्रेटजी आई अडॉप्टेड.
Okay. So now coming to the finance, it was quite easy as I heard this time.
फाइनेंस यस आई आल्सो फाइंड इट ओके.
And what were your sources for the management and finance?
Okay, for basically all the subjects like which are taught us in the CA course, I referred my ICI material, and for subjects like economics and management, which are not very much to the core in our curriculum, so I referred YouTube videos topic wise. So I referred the SEBI syllabus. So that should be the Bible for everyone. The SEBI
Mm.
syllabus, you should have a printout and stick it to your wall. That these are the topics that we need to prepare, and topic by topic, I used to Google or put on YouTube and then get the conceptual understanding and then make short notes of myself so that I can revise it.
Okay, that is a nice strategy that like you have to find your material, especially taking in focus that this is the syllabus. Otherwise, whatever will be in the YouTube, you will study each and everything. So that should not happen. Like you said, the Bible is the syllabus. You have to follow the syllabus. Okay, so now coming to the commerce and accountancy. What like for of course, for you, it might be easy for the numericals, but for a new aspirant, for an aspirant not from the commerce background, but do you suggest that leaving the numericals or like practicing again and again? It will take a lot of time.
So as far as numericals are concerned, so there are not very lengthy numericals that you need to solve in SEBI or in any competitive examination. It is just a test of your conceptual understanding. So for example, in our paper, not commerce, but there was a question of costing where we have to calculate prime cost,
Okay.
and there were various components that were given which are even not a part of prime cost. So if you are conceptually able to understand what is prime cost, then you are specifically able to pick out that, okay, I have to add only these 3 items, although question has given me 10 items, but I need to ignore those 7 items because they are not part of prime cost. So I think one should focus on concepts first because numericals evolve from the concepts only, and then a bit of practice will ultimately help.
That is true. So conceptual clarity is needed even for the numericals. If you are conceptually very clear, so you will be able to do the numericals. So now
Correct.
coming to the commerce and accountancy that had like very tough numericals, as I have heard in SEBI phase 2 especially. So how were you able to manage that? For you, was that easy or even you find it tricky?
It was not that much tricky, I think. So to say, like, there was a question of uh, effects of changes in foreign exchange rates, AS11, I think. So there we have to calculate the exchange difference. So the question was very lengthy, like it was running into, I think, 6, 7, 8 lines. But if you know exactly what is the question asking and how to calculate it, again, if concepts are clear, so you are able to clearly see that, okay, these are the two figures, I need to take the difference, I need to multiply it by the quantity, and you will get the answer. So
Okay.
ultimately boils down to concept.
Okay. So even for the new aspirants, they do not have to be afraid of the numericals if they are
No,
doing the concepts very clearly. So they
correct.
will be able to handle the numericals in the exam. So
Plus
yeah.
mocks, plus mock. So mocks will give you a better understanding of the application part. So you have read the concept, and then when you practice or you practice mocks, so you will get a better understanding then how to attempt the numerical, how to apply what you have learned.
And how many numericals did you do? How many mock tests did you do?
I tried the free mock tests available on Google. So I think 4 to 5
Okay.
for
And
technical portion.
okay. And how important do you think the mock tests are for the aspirants? Like
They
how
are
many
very
mock tests?
important. They are very important. You should do as many as you can. So
Okay.
depending on the time.
So now we have discussed about the commerce and accountancy. For costing also, you said that the conceptual clarity is needed for even solving the numericals. And now economics also we discussed that you were even not able to see some questions or like handle some questions. So now coming to the descriptive portion of the English. So how was that? Did you
English.
practice a lot?
I didn't practice a lot, but I did a fair practice of English. So there are only 3 questions. One is RC, one is essay, and one is this.
Pressy, essay, and RC, right?
Yeah. So like you have to strategize that, okay, only 3 questions I have to attempt. In which order should I attempt, and how much time do I need to devote to each question?
Yes. Okay. So what was your like? Where did you start? The essay, Pressy, or the RC?
Pressy.
Pressy. And
Yes.
like, were you able to do the the word limit? Were you able to reach in both of them, essay
Yes.
and Pressy?
Yes. Yes. I took care of that. Like during my preparation only, I knew that, okay, this was the word limit approximately which we have to write. So I was writing according to that only.
Okay.
And
And how
sitting
was
there.
the interface?
Yes, so interface is not good, and all the aspirants who are sitting, so they should prepare themselves mentally. They should prepare themselves that, okay, the interface that they will be writing on or they will be typing on will not be very helpful for them, and they will have to scroll a lot, and even the backspace key does not work as it should, like as it does in a normal laptop or a keyboard.
Yeah.
So interface is going to give you problems, and you should have that in mind, and you should have time specifically allocated for that also.
Okay. So in live chat, Rahul is asking, what was the level of the questions in phase 2 of the English?
Of English.
Yeah.
So okay, English. See, there are 3 questions. So one is Pressy. So Pressy, like in Pressy, you need not put anything out of your own. You have
Mm.
to read what is written, and then you have to make a kind of summary in your words. Like you do not have to copy paste the exact language that is
Yeah. Yeah.
written there. So it is manageable. Then there is reading comprehension. So reading comprehension is also not something which neither of the aspirants have done. In schooling also we used to have reading comprehension. It's only the level of difficulty, you can say, and it was not very much difficult. And you should, in reading comprehension, you should start with the questions first. Like in our exam there were 5 questions, I think. So read the questions first, that okay, these are the specific requirements the question is asking, and then read the passage keeping those questions in mind, that okay, I have to find the answer to this, so read passage accordingly. In
Okay.
SMA there are 4 or 5 options, so you will get one, or like one topic you can easily get in the exam, of which you have a fair understanding.
And what was the framework that you wrote the essay in, if there is a particular framework?
Sorry.
Framework in which you wrote the essay. Usually the mindset is write the like introduction, body, or conclusion. So did you follow the same framework?
Yeah, I followed it, but somewhere I think I was not able to complete the essay, so it was not I couldn't reach to the conclusion.
Okay.
While writing.
And how much marks did you get in the paper 2 and the paper 1 of the phase 2?
Paper 2 and paper 1, I think I've written it somewhere. In English, I got 45. So I was not able to complete the essay, and in technical, it was 74.5.
Okay, that is quite high. That is quite good. So now coming to the interview part, like you told that the interface is not very good, and the aspirants should prepare themselves like that only, that they have to sit in front of a bad interface and they have to write type in such a way. So now coming to the interview part, how was the panel and how many members?
Okay, so there are 4 members, and panel was very helpful.
Okay. There were 4 members, and 4 were like physically available or Zoom?
Yes.
Okay.
In my interview, all 4 were physically present.
Okay. And what was the first question, if you remember any?
Okay, so they started with my PIF,
Okay.
and they opened the third page, I think, where I have written that, okay, I was working in this organization first, and then presently I'm in this organization. So they started with that itself, that, okay, if you are in this organization, what were you doing? Like, what was your role exactly? Then they came to the second organization, what is your role in this organization? So questions were around that, what compensation I'm getting in my current organization.
Okay. Okay. And like there were technical questions also?
Yes.
Okay. And like any technical question that you remember?
Yeah, there were questions related to margin in cash segment, then mark to market margin.
Okay.
Then I was asked what is the difference between surveillance and supervision. Then there were general questions, not exactly technical, but somewhere related to technical. Like they asked me whether I invest. So I said, okay, yes, I invest in. They said, do you invest in equity? I said, yes, I invest in equity. So they said, okay, as a retail investor, what are the factors that you consider or should consider before making an investment decision? So then from the conversation, there emerged the term PE. So they asked me what is PE, how to calculate PE, what is the relevance of PE. So like this.
So were there any questions from the SEBI website also?
From SEBI website, I don't think they asked me a question, although I prepared it thoroughly, but I was not asked any.
Okay. So it was like, and like before going to the final interview, did you give any mock test also, mock interview also?
Yeah, I took free mock interview provided by EduTap, and it was quite helpful.
Okay. And like, did you like what feedback did you get, and how were you able to inculcate it in the final interview, if any?
Yeah, so the mock interview panel, so they said that I had a fair understanding of the concept, and I need to brush up a bit on my current aspects, which I was aware that okay, I need to do. So I then went through SEBI's annual report and a lot of stuff. So that somewhere helped me in the interview also, while framing my answers.
Okay. So that is really nice. And is there any message that you want to give to the new aspirants from the working aspirants also? Any message?
Okay, one message from my side will be that believe in yourself and be ready to put in hard work. So conceptual clarity should be there, and you have to put in hard work if you want to clear the exam, and you have to believe in yourself that okay, you can do it, and ultimately you will do it.
Okay. Again, congratulations to you a lot, like heartiest congratulations to you, sir.
Thank you.
It was really nice talking to you. Such a cheerful personality you are.
It was nice talking to you also.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.